Hello everybody, my name is Sneaky Snake and today we're going to be doing another military orders list review. So let's get into it. So up first here, we've got my boring MO part 3. You've probably seen part 2 if you watch the channel. And the only really big difference here is I've swapped out um, Joan, like Joan's kind of fire team, for DeFersen and Dart. And then I downgraded the Black Friar to a Crusader, and I added in a Trinitarian multi sniper. So it's kind of very similar core. You've got like your Fugazi, your War Core, your Tech B, the duo of Hospitallers, and then the core of Curseiers. But some of the other fire teams have kind of changed around that. So I played a couple games with this list, and honestly, it's been doing really well. I think it's a nice like alternative, if you will, to my other lists. Um, it follows kind of the same standard format. Um, yeah, I have played it like against Vanilla Combined, and it did pretty well there. And then I played it against Starmada, and what's really funny is like I honestly find that this list struggles a lot more against like fire team type sectorials, like ones that really rely on those like hard arrows and stuff. Just because like I'll play against Starmada, and my opponent will put up a Secu droid with like the Arcaline cannon, and it's really annoying because I can't tell you how many face to faces I have lost with my Hospitaller HMG against that guy. It's like so annoying. And I think the problem really is if he loses a face to face, right? He's probably not going to die. But if I lose a face to face, my guy is now glued. And that's a big problem because like I'll have to either call in a speedball or just suffer. Um, so yeah, it's a little tough, but really I would say like I've been finding the Night Hospitaller HMG is just like a little bit lackluster in some circumstances, but it doesn't really matter because you don't have a choice. You just kind of have to bring him, and yeah, you just pay the consequences for that. So yeah, it is what it is. Um, so some like more broad scale thoughts, I would say. Um, yeah, as I was saying, Hospi HMG is like the duo is it's like necessary. You kind of have to take it, but it is flawed. Um, anything with mimetism, you're shooting on 11s, not great, and it's also only an HMG, so like you really have to be getting in a lot of yeah. I don't know. It just it kind of suffers sometimes. But you kind of have to have it because otherwise you don't have a high burst 32-inch range band. So yeah, just thought I would mention that. I Another thing is like I don't know why this is the case, but like it's kind of hard to get DeFersen out of the DZ sometimes. Um, I guess I know why. It's because he has a Spitfire, so you know, and it's just like a basic Spitfire. This kind of plays into a little bit of a gripe I have with DeFersen, and that is the fact that okay, you're paying 45 points, right, for somebody who is not really that like he's pretty good at shooting. But the problem is the Spitfire is PS6 and it's 24-inch range band. And there's just like a lot of stuff that you can't really like get past with that. Like any heavy infantry that's like standing on ARO, you either have to deal with it with your Hospi HMG duo or suffer, I guess. I don't know. Like, yeah, it's just tough. Yeah, low damage can really ruin games sometimes because you end up having to take like 3 or 4 fights when you would have only had to take like one or two if you had a higher damage weapon. So yeah, it can really get in the way of doing anything. The one nice part is like the person isn't your LT, so you can kind of like run him up into your opponent's DZ, and he can do a lot. Like he's got Trinity and hacking device and everything. So yeah, I mean, if you get into those close bans, he's kind of a monster, and he's also got ML3. Like thank God, one of the two guys in MO that are actually competent in CC. But yeah, like he can do a lot in close range. It's just kind of getting there that's a little bit tough. But I will say I really like him in the Teutonic duo, or sorry, the Teutonic Harris, because like they're fast, so everybody's running at 6-2 move, which is really nice. They're also giving him Timbot, which is super good, and they're giving him close range like weapons to use, so like SMGs and shotguns and stuff. So like you cover all your range bands. You can use your Teutonics on Arrow if you want, and they also are giving him Timbot. So they're making him a more competent hacker, and they also provide like a backup specialist if you need it. So really, like yeah, I mean, he's great, and he slots into the Teutonic or Harris team like really well. So I appreciate that. Um, Other thing, pitchers are still really cringe. Like every single, it's so funny, dude. Every single game I take DeFersen, I get like three or four pitchers shoved in my face, and DeFersen either dies or I have to spend like 3 or 4 orders getting rid of pitchers because DeFersen can't move. Uh, yeah, it's yeah, like that's the thing is like he's really good. He's a solid hacker. He probably won't die on like reactive just because he's got like BTS 6 and Trinity doesn't really get through that very well. And on top of that, like he's also a hacker too. So if he lands one hit, you know your opponent is gonna be isolated. So yeah, he's really good for that. It's just like it's really hard because he's 45 points. He's got a huge target on his back, and for that reason, like your opponent's just gonna be throwing pitchers at him nonstop. So you have to deal with that. But N5 suffer, blah blah blah. The dart buff goes hard, like really hard. Honestly, you know, I've used dart a couple times before her little buff, and she's kind of trash. Well, I mean, she's still like a good assassin or whatever, but like that's all she was. And really, a big problem is like if you are solely dedicated to killing enemy pieces and you don't have like an APSMG or like shock or anything, it's just like it's a little bit tough. But now she has +1 burst on her tack bow, which is actually really nice because like yeah, the SMG is giving you +1 burst, but they're both shooting on the same value, and the tack bow will be able to like one shot, um, heavy infantry or it's just like it's a nice option. You'll use it sometimes, and that's cool. Um, and I would say the biggest thing is obviously being specialist now. Oh, dude, it's so great. Like you can do missions with her, like pushing her up to. I mean, yeah, there's like a lot. Um, Really, like going on attack run with her is actually way more like order efficient because you can run up, push an objective on your way there, and then like get into your opponent's DZ and like throw an EM grenade at their tag or shoot their lieutenant in the back. Like it's all really nice. Oh, and I forgot tac bows are silent too, so yeah, big benefit there. So yeah, anyway, dart buff is really nice. Cursor sniper is like honestly a lot better than I was expecting. This is kind of funny. So like the first game I played with this, I was playing against vanilla combined, and my opponent had a Harris team with a Yalgat sniper, and his Yalgat sniper uh, shot my Crosier, and my Crosier, I don't think he crit him. I think he just flat like beat him, and like and just put two wounds on the Yao guy, and he just got knocked off the table. And it's just so funny because like yeah, was that like a lucky like yeah, it was a lucky face to face, but at the same time, it's just the power of like a 17-point sniper that can just like way up trade and just, yeah, like really ruin your opponent's first turn. So I love it for that reason. Also, because it's a visible arrow, you can actually stack your Trinitarian sniper on top of the Corsair sniper and use him as kind of like a 1-2 punch, where like if your opponent tries to shoot the Crosier, you reveal the Trinitarian and he shoots him back. And I would say actually like one of the even better things about this strat is like most of the time people aren't going to be using an MSV piece to kill the Crosier sniper, just because like in their mind they don't need to, because it doesn't have any mimetism. But then you reveal your Trinitarian and you shoot them, and like now they're on terrible dice. So yeah, um, just really solid combo overall. And honestly, he's like really cheap. Like, yeah, 17 points is not a lot. So um, I'm definitely gonna be taking this guy a lot more. Um, I just think like, yeah, he honestly is worth the points decrease. Honestly, I think if you like have more points to spend, the Blackfire is probably better just because it's more versatile. But yeah, if you can, or if you can't afford the Blackfire, the Corsair Sniper is not a bad option. So this is just a quick video. Just wanted to share my thoughts on the list. So let me know if you like the list, if you end up using it, how it goes. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Ciao.